Okay, put that in.
It's already good.
That's hilarious.
Ready when y'all are.
Okay. Susan and Hank, thank y'all. I appreciate you meeting with me, and I just thought what a great opportunity to share with other people what you guys went through a few months ago. And so we'll just have a little chat and ask you some questions.
Great.
Okay. So, first of all, you're sitting here, so you made it through your downsize, and you look very relaxed and happy now. So, I want to start at the beginning. Okay, so how long do you feel like you talked about moving, downsizing, making life simpler, getting rid of all the maintenance? How long do you feel like the two of you talked about that?
We started talking before COVID, just before COVID.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so it was what,
Yeah.
that had
5
been
years?
like 5 years.
5 years or so.
Mhm.
On
And then
and off.
we started talking then, and then he had some health issues,
Okay.
so that kind of, and COVID put it on the
Paused.
back burner.
Put it on the back burner. And I feel like I know that we spoke on and off probably a year and a half ish,
Probably.
maybe.
maybe.
Because we came to your downsizing seminar.
Yes.
And that's where we kind of first started talking about it. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Again.
that was about a year.
Okay. So during the 5 years that you were thinking about it, but maybe not during COVID or when you were going through health issues, what do you feel like was the scariest? What was your biggest fear during those conversations?
Having to give up our stuff.
Give up your stuff,
Going through everything.
going through everything.
23 years of accumulation.
So just the thought of getting the home ready was probably prolonging the decision a little bit, which nobody wants to do that.
Right.
It's a lot. And Hank, you had a lot. I'm proud of you because you had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've had that stuff for a long time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, probably some of it 50 years old.
50 years old. So, just on that note, how does it feel now not having that stuff?
Well, it's the same stuff that has been in boxes for 30 years,
Uh-huh.
and it would still be in boxes if we had moved it.
If you had room for it, you would have taken it with you.
Sure would.
Yes. So, you're not missing it.
No.
Okay.
We're still getting rid of
You're
furniture.
still. So, even when you thought and trying to decide what to keep and what not to keep, was that difficult for the two of you?
Maybe a little bit,
Okay.
but once we got moved in and we looked around, we still have too much stuff, and it's too big.
It's too big.
Yeah, that's what we're going through now.
Mm-hmm.
We are taking delivery of new furniture on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Because our furniture that we had, living room, dining room area, is too big.
Yeah.
Because we lived in a big home.
Yep.
And, you know, it was fine there.
Yeah.
But then you move into a smaller place and it doesn't fit. It's too cramped.
You're not quite, you didn't cut your square footage in half, but close,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. it's
Okay.
close.
So, and when we first started going through the process of us helping you with this transition, you didn't know where you were going,
Correct.
right? So at the time, I remember it was hard for you to figure out, in some cases, what can we take and what can we not take, because you didn't even know where you were going.
Right.
And the worst thing that happened was you kept what you thought would work, you moved that with you, and now you're just gonna make a few replacements.
Exactly.
Easy, right?
Well,
Yeah. What do you, is there anything regarding, okay, if you could go back, or if you could share with other people who are in the same place you were, let's say 2, 3 years ago. Looking back, is there anything that you would have done differently to make the transition a little quicker, sooner rather?
Well, for sure, we would have started going through things
Started going through things.
a lot earlier because there were some things that we hadn't looked at or considered,
Mhm.
and we said, just move it, we'll take care of it later.
Yep,
Well, now
like we
is,
all do.
yeah, now is later.
And then it accumulates.
Exactly.
And I remember you bringing some papers up here for us to help shred, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
my,
the papers and all the things, right? So I think having a plan to maybe advise someone who was in your position a couple years ago on maybe a game plan to just start going through your stuff, right? And we can do that.
well, I
Okay.
thought your suggestion was most helpful. Just do one closet at a time. When that one's done, just move to the next one or the next
Mhm.
dresser or whatever
Mhm.
is next.
Mhm.
I'm the kind of person who would do a little bit here, then go do something else, and then come back, and stuff would never get done.
Yeah. Completed all the way, right?
that was very helpful because otherwise, your suggestion, because otherwise it's so overwhelming. When you live in a 3,000 square foot home or whatever, 3,000 square foot home, and you're cutting your size in half, that it can be extremely overwhelming. So the idea that you gave us just one closet, one dresser, one, small room, whatever, at a time,
Yeah.
really helped.
Yeah. And you know what I remember at some point, I know we had given you like kind of one calendar, I think, for a month. And I've changed that now. So now we provide our downsizers with, you know, 3 to 4 months of 30-day calendars on a piece of paper, right? So we can help people really kind of, okay, upstairs bedroom is going to be this week and kitchen is going to be this week. So spending time earlier in the process going through your stuff would be helpful advice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So, go ahead.
we had the bonus help with our kids coming to town and helping us go through things,
Mhm.
which took a little of the pressure off of us.
Mhm.
Like, Mom, are you ever going to use this?
Right.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adult children being involved, if it's appropriate, is always helpful. And we have other clients where it's not only the physical help that you need, right? And you took them up on that several times, I know. It's also, it's so overwhelming, as you mentioned. And so having more sets of ears and um, more people, not too many people, but more people involved in the whole process, I think, has proven to be helpful for a lot of our clients, right? So, what stood out to you the most when we first started working together, or when we first met together at your house? Or I know you mentioned the thoughts and ideas about the decluttering and going through your things. Is there anything else?
That was very helpful, and the fact that you were so knowledgeable that it kind of relieved our stress.
Good.
I mean, you were walking us through what needed to happen, what was going on. You had suggestions about doing things, even suggestions about pricing, and you listened to our ideas and made it so much easier.
So what I'm hearing is, although very overwhelming, you did feel a little bit better after our first meeting.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Well, in the whole process, you are always positive. Don't worry about it. It'll get done. Like they say on TV, I know a guy.
I know a guy. I say it all the
Oh my
time.
gosh.
I know a guy.
That helped, and maybe that's one of your other questions, but that helped. The fact that you knew somebody who could come in and do whatever we needed done in the house and or outside of the house, that was such a relief because we didn't know a guy.
So, do you? Yeah, and that's part of it, right? I want people to know that I am more than willing, more than happy to come meet with people very early on in the stages, because I know I can see it in people's faces how much better people feel after at least our first meeting together, right?
Mhm.
And it could have been 6 more months before you made your move. Now you got it done pretty quickly, but that's really a good message, and that's what we try to tell people is, let's just meet first. Let me hear all the things, all the fears and the plans, and I think, yeah, that's always a goal. Um, so let's see. What lessons could you share from your experience?
Probably the biggest lesson or advice that I would have for somebody wanting to downsize would be to start going through the closets and the drawers and the rooms that maybe you haven't used. Start doing it now. And I've even talked to our friends.
Good.
We have several
Nice.
friends who have said, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about it in a year or two." And I said, "Start it now. Start, checking out that drawer, that
Yes.
closet, your junk drawer, whatever,
Mhm.
pantry.
Yes.
Do it now."
For sure. And we have some tools that we've come up with to help with that. A whole process on how you can do that drawer or that dresser or that pantry even quicker. And so that would be helpful information, most likely to provide these people.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
I think it would also be very helpful to know where you are going early on,
Mhm.
because I think that raised the most angst for us. We were almost putting the house on the market. We still didn't know where we were going, and it was going to be, are we going to be living on the street?
Huge fear.
Yeah, that is what bothered me the most, was where are we going to be? Uh, that would have made all the other decisions we had to make so much easier. Now, we did have like a 1 month overlap,
Right.
but 2 months would have been way better.
Just 2 months to be able to move. Or
To have already secured the place
I
we're
got
gonna-
you. I got you.
We did that a month before we actually closed.
Yes. Yes.
And if it had been 2 months, the last part would have been so much easier on us.
Do you remember if I gave you the line? I tell people a lot. I've never had a homeless client yet. And
I
y'all
don't
were for
remember
sure
that.
not going to be my first. We are currently helping 2 other women downsizing right now. and both of them just went under contract on their home. And can I tell you that neither one of them, still even today, and they went under contract this past weekend, they don't know where they're going either. We work it out, right? One of them needs to have an estate sale that I've helped arrange. The other one we've talked about, options, and so she does have a place to go temporarily. But that happens sometimes, if we don't, a lot of people don't have the luxury of being able to secure their next home before selling their current home. If they're buying, renting, going to an independent living or what have you. And we always just work it out. And I knew it would work out for you, but I understand completely going back is just the not knowing where you're going, but it worked out, right? Okay.
Even if that meant spending a day with me in my temporary office to get your application filled out.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
great
right.
bonding experience.
Yeah. And we helped you with that, right?
Yes.
So helping you, even though we weren't really technically helping you with your next home, we want to be a resource for that as well. And so that was fun. Any unexpected joys or things you didn't realize that you'd love about living with less? And I don't necessarily mean just your stuff, but less work around the house, less yard work,
Yeah.
no yard work. How has that been for you?
It's been hard on me
It has.
because I was around the house and outside the house putzer.
Okay.
And
Okay.
now I don't have that to do,
Okay.
although it is a relief to not have to be concerned with get the grass cut, rake the leaves,
Mhm.
shovel the snow if we ever get any.
Mhm.
So it's been sort of a mixed blessing there.
For you, I can see that. And can I say something? I'm personally glad that you can't just climb up on ladders anymore because you were still doing that.
Yeah, maybe a year,
Yes, you were.
a year ago. Well, I was doing some repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see
Build
that.
the
So
ladders.
maybe some good advice would be if you do like to tinker or you do love to garden or do the lawn, maybe, when the time comes, just know that maybe some new hobbies or finding places to go volunteer or something like that might be needed,
Yeah.
right? That's good.
Yeah.
What about for you, Susan?
Oh, the cleaning. So much less to clean.
Yay!
Yay! And I don't like to clean. And, well, Hank and I kind of split that.
Okay.
So, we marveled this week. We did some cleaning and how quickly we got it done.
Aw,
Yes.
that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So much nicer, right?
Mhm.
And I think it's just the fact that you don't have to do it because you don't have
Right.
so many toilets and
Yeah.
so many tubs and things.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you both. Anything else that I didn't mention or ask you that would be worth sharing?
Do you find that with being downsized now that you have time to do more things because you're spending less time cleaning?
Yes. I have allowed myself to sit down and read more. And I love to read.
Nice.
And yeah, I have been through, I don't know how many books. Well, part of that was going on the cruise too,
right? Yes.
but being able to read more, which just, I don't have to clean. I don't have to, do this, do that.
Mhm.
I can actually give myself permission to sit down and,
Aw,
okay, go ahead.
I
read.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, it just accidentally happened, but we went on this cruise
Uh-huh.
and it was nice to have a break from daily trying to go through things still,
Sure.
to be concerned about furniture situation.
Right.
So the cruise took us away from all that, and we didn't have to think about it.
That's amazing.
So I'd highly recommend
Planning a
you
vacation.
after
Yes.
you move, be
Yes.
sure to get away from it.
That's really good.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
It
sense.
came at a perfect time.
Well, you two look much more relaxed to me
Well,
now and happy. And I'm so thankful that we were able to help you with this move. And we totally can just get how complicated and stressful and how much trust you had to have in us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Lots of trust. Thank you and the team.
Yes, the team.
The team, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right.
And I got a guy, right? I got a guy for
Yes.
anything you need.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you.